What's happening, Hot Wheelers? Welcome back to the Motor Hood. It's Joe Motor, and I am back. Glad to be back. Been trying to catch up with your videos, and I'm trying to catch up myself, and I finally got enough stuff together here to get back to making videos. I've definitely missed it and missed you hanging out with you guys, so I thought we would just do a crack and yak this afternoon and kind of get back in the swing of things, if you will. Hope everybody's been doing okay. So let's get to the cars here. Got a few mainline cars, some cool classics. You can see a cool classic here has already been opened, and some Greenlights in the back. So I thought we would just take a look at these cars. I have been doing a little bit of hunting here locally, kind of getting used to my new stomping grounds, which has been kind of interesting. We'll talk about that along the way here. But why don't we start with some main lines. These are all going to be old. You've seen all these before, but you know, I'm just trying to get caught up here. So I actually found an H-case dump bin, and I'll show you the footage if I can. But this certainly came in there, and I was looking forward to it. Let's crack it open. The Super Treasure Hunt last year was much sought after. In fact, I have it back here so we can sort of look at them side by side. But they're just cool looking. I mean, even that yellow one has got enough Tampo design on it to, you know, rival the Super in some ways. But just cool looking cars for the racetrack. Something you don't see every day. And anyway, definitely something to pick up. So that was in that case. And then also another remarkable casting in the case was the '83 Chevy Silverado. And this colorway, I'm telling you, this one has got to be one of my favorites. There it is. Just blacked out wheels with the chrome detail and the Fram logo. I'm a sucker for orange, and the orange and black. We got a little bit of a Tampo smudge there on the hood. That's alright. But that's just one of my favorite castings, and if you know, PJ does the lifted Silverados. This one is going to look awesome lifted. So we'll see about getting that done somehow. Nice piece. And like I said, I found an H-case dump bin, and the H-case treasure hunt was the fast gassing, which is actually a pretty cool treasure hunt. Not a lot of the treasure hunts are very cool anymore, at least for an adult collector. They're probably really cool for younger collectors who are just getting into the hobby or really enjoy the fantasy models or the really crazy colored off-road and imagination series type stuff. But this one was actually a really interesting treasure hunt just because the colorway was really strong, and it was paired with the Pass and Gasser Super, which I just happened to find. So there you go. And I will try to show you the footage right now if I can of catching that dump bin. This was just before I left Texas, and I went to my, I guess you'd call it the little sweet spot where I had found quite a few Supers over the last year, and I thought I'd give it one last try to see if I could track down one more Super before I left, and I couldn't believe it. I walked in, and there was a unopened dump bin of H-case cars and an unopened dump bin of the new Fast and Furious set. So I went through it. There was only, I think there were 4 cases, H cases, and I found this one Super Treasure Hunt. There were 3 or 4 fast gassins, but I left a couple of them behind. So I thought it was just cool that they put 2 gassin type cars in one case as the Treasure Hunt and the Super Treasure Hunt. I thought that was pretty funny. And the Pass and Gasser, again, really, really interesting body style, and then with the yellow wheels, which I don't know if it's my favorite, but for this car, you know, it's kind of cool. You expect these cars to be kind of wild anyway, but it's got the pipes coming out the hood there, the TH logos there on the front of the hood, and then just really cool Tampo color all the way around. Nice big thick treaded Real Rider tires. And you notice now the Super Treasure Hunts, and I don't know if they're doing this on every single one, so you'll have to tell me, they've started putting the logo back there, and it's not black, it's kind of a gold bronzy color. They weren't doing that before. In fact, the Super Treasure Hunts had nothing back there, and the regular Treasure Hunts still have all that text. You can see just barely back there about the regular Treasure Hunts. But anyway, Supers now seem to have this Treasure Hunt logo behind it. But anyway, you've seen this H case. We're now, I don't know, looking forward to K and L case coming out. So I did find a J case dump bin at a Walmart here locally, but it had been ransacked already. So I'm just getting used to the new digs. You know, now I'm in a completely new environment, and I had to crack this open. Look at that. Cool. Anyway, I'm in a completely new environment now, new territory, and I'm sure there's quite a few collectors around, so I'm just getting used to kind of what the schedules are like, you know, the stocking schedules, if they're active and all that kind of stuff. It's going to take me a while to get used to it, but I ain't complaining. So there you go. There's the fast gassing. Try not to linger on it too long. Let's look at these cool classics. I purchased these online, and I think I found one in the store. I found this one in the store. I had not picked this Honda S2000 up, but I bought the others online, loose or on damaged cards, so they actually were a lot cheaper, which works for me. So here's the Datsun 240Z, and cool classics I still think are kind of a sleeper hit. I think people will probably be interested in collecting them years from now because they had the retro slot wheels, metal on metal, and the paint, the Spectrafrost, is unique to the series. This particular colorway, some of the colorways I just couldn't get behind. This one is okay, but I think what bothers me is the star. I feel like if the star was gone, it just seems like it's unnecessary. If the star was gone, it would actually be a little more streamlined, but again, no big deal. Still a pretty cool model. Here's the Honda S2000. Really nice and shiny. There she is. And you know, I'm not a big fan of this kind of green gold color, but some reason it works on this Honda S2000. It's got that ridged hood. That hood is just pretty wicked. And I believe I have a Super Treasure Hunt somewhere. Yeah, of the Honda S2000, which came out I think in 2012. And what you can notice is that the top of the mainline Super is plastic, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's plastic. The black part, which is on the canopy and on the front of the hood, and on this one it is all metal. So a little bit of a difference there, but very nice side by side. Next we've got the Datsun 510, which again, nice and shiny, very popular model. I'm not a big fan of this gold color, and it's kind of smudged at the top. I don't know, there was something just about this this design that didn't really bring it home for me. I just didn't care for it too much. But what's great about these is that they're all metal, so they're going to make great customs. For anybody who wants to customize an all metal Datsun 510, you know, they're going to be prime for that, because it's very hard to take one of these and customize it just because these are so rare. This is the BRE Datsun, the John Morton that came out in the Vintage Racing series several years ago. And these are very hard to find, so stockpiling these and customizing them is not something you would do unless you just don't care. But these are much easier to track down and are a lot easier to customize, at least from my perspective. So, just my 2 cents on that. I'm not even a customizer. What am I talking about? Then this car, which I've always thought was a kind of a sleeper hit, this Chevy Chevette 1976. I love this little car. And again, I got this for a loose price because the card was damaged. And there she is. Very nice green. Love that scoop, that sort of air intake there on the front. Nice metal casting details. Pretty cool tampo design. It's got some texture to it. Can't tell if it's a pattern or just kind of a rough tampo. And then interior, all green with some texture details. You can see the seat belts there on the seat. But really funky, retro design, like it a lot. Even got a roll bar, wheelie bar on the back. Haven't been showing you the bases, but I don't know if you care to see them. Anyway, love that Chevette. I'll show these all close up at the end. And then this is probably my favorite of the entire Cool Classic series. And I think WTFFOR just picked one of these up and said kind of the same thing. This is probably one of the best Hot Wheels castings in my opinion. And to see it, this is only the second time it's been released. The first time it was in the Hot Ones. And of course I don't think I have it nearby. I could show it to you. Don't think I do, but let's crack this one open. And there you go. My goodness, that thing is so cool. This one works really well. The Spectre Frost on the red has just got a really nice sheen to it. It's not super glossy, but it's not flat. It's got more of a satin feel to it. And then of course, when you put racing tampos on anything, you pretty much got my attention. So you put one of my favorite castings like the Brat, and then you put really cool paint job and some vintage racing tampos on it, and I'm sold. Really nice clear window. Look at that down into the interior, which is all black, which is a good call. It's actually kind of a gray. So that's a nice piece going in the display case for sure. And next time I have the Hot Ones piece out, I will compare the two. But my goodness, that's got to be my favorite right there. Okay, we're getting close to 15 minutes here, so I got to speed up. I want to get through the next two pieces and then we'll be done. I have been doing some hunting here locally, and I did find a couple of things. Not a whole lot I've found yet, but I did find this piece here which I've been looking for, and this is the 56 Ford F100 from the Greenlight Motor World series. This is sort of their basic line. It comes in a cardboard package with the regular blister. Here's some of the other pieces in the set if you want to pause that and read it. These are hitting stores, you know, right around now, I guess. And so let's crack this one open. I've been looking for that. All right. Like I said, you put vintage racing tampos on a nice looking truck, pretty much on anything, and I am sold. You got Joe Motors' attention. I've been waiting on this ever since I saw the sneak peeks. And one of the great things about Greenlight is, even though this is their basic line, which basically means it's a plastic base and their wheels are a little thinner, but the tires are still rubber, and the body's metal, obviously. You don't get the metal hood, but I'm sorry, you don't get the opening hood, but you do get all the detail that Greenlight is known for. So you do get nice paint job, painted headlights, superb details. And that's what Greenlight is pretty much known for. So even though you're getting the more basic or cheaper model with plastic base and a little bit less meat on the tires and so forth, you're still getting all those great little painted details and casting details that are Greenlight's known for. So that piece definitely going in the display case. The last one I'll show you here is Black Bandit. Somebody had asked me if I'd picked up this one, and I hadn't yet because I hadn't found it. So they have the, I guess it's the 68 or 67 Ford Bronco in black. This one is the 1970, and it's jacked up without the hard top. Let's crack this open. That is crazy awesome, and I always love the front ends of these, which Greenlight does a great job on. And the tread, they've even taken care to make it an off-road kind of tread on the rubber tires, which, you know, I assume you would have on a jacked up, more off-road Bronco. Beautiful little Bronco, very simple and elegant Bronco insignia on the front panel there. And then you can look right into the interior, which you've got texture on all the seats and floorboard, the gear shift, the steering wheel, and if you can sort of see, you can almost see the paneling on the dash where your odometer and controls and glove compartment would be. Really fantastic accents on the interior there. And of course the black Bandit, the beautiful double B and shiny black paint job. This one is going to be number 8313. It's Greenlight numbers all their premium collectibles. And there's your base with the extra sort of lifted kit there on the bottom. By the way, there's another YouTube user, Sick Diecast. If I think about it, I'll put a link to his channel below. He's done some really great tutorials on how to lift, custom lift different Hot Wheels. Really great tips for customizing and making, you know, bigger 4x4s out of your trucks and cars. So check his videos out if that's something of interest to you. Anyway, this video is getting to be a little too long. But I just wanted to, I'm excited to be back, and I'm just cracking through some stuff I've been meaning to do for quite a while. But leave your comments below, and I hope to catch up with all of you in the next few weeks and months, and I hope to find some new stuff to share with you very soon. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.